Hi everyone, my name is Shrita Tingator and I'm the Secretary and Treasurer for FBLA Virginia Collegiate.
Hello everyone, my name is Nylan Taylor. I am one of the co-directors of Chapter Development for Virginia FBLA Collegiate.
This is our presentation on elevator pitches.
So an elevator pitch is about a 30 to 20 seconds way of introducing yourself to someone that you might not have a lot of time to getting acquainted with. They're actually a really great way to form a connection with a short period of time, but also make a really strong first impression for yourself. Elevator pitches are typically used when two individuals, you're maybe at a conference, a business situation where you might have to meet somebody and you don't have a lot of time to get to talk to them, maybe because you have a workshop coming up or they're going to be doing something like a meeting or an interview. Therefore, you want to kind of introduce yourself and say, hey, my name is this, I like to do that, here's my business card or my LinkedIn, to be able to form a connection throughout that period of time.
So picture this. You're in an elevator with an executive that you just met and you really admire. How are you going to bring your points across and grab their attention within 20 to 30 seconds, just like Nylan said? So again, if you happen to bump into someone you've been dying to meet on an elevator, how are you doing these three things? Getting your point across, introducing yourself, and continuing and asking to stay connected with the individual.
We're going to go ahead and tell you the different effective ways to make it a really great elevator pitch. So there are some 3 simple steps that we created to make sure that you have an excellent elevator pitch for the future. It starts off by understanding, who are you? Think about the words that you would describe yourself. Are you studious? Are you hardworking? Are you disciplined? Getting an idea of who you are and the different adjectives that you would describe yourself with is a great way to be able to come up to somebody and say, hey, my name is Nylan Taylor. I believe I am a studious and strong individual that likes to study and take his sweet time to understand others and have a disciplined outlook towards your work ethic. Saying something of that sort is a great way to give yourself a strong introduction while expressing a personality trait that you want them to understand. The next step would be to include relevant details. Now, as much as we love to talk about our favorite movies or songs, in this situation, it's just not the time for that. Think about how much time they have and how much time they're willing to give to you. So try and get as much of your point across as soon as you possibly can. You only have about 30 seconds. The last one is just know your context. So depending on the situation you're in, you don't know if somebody might be stressed out, if they're trying to leave, or maybe they actually have someone that's trying to talk to them additionally. The best case scenario is just to think about the environment that you're in. So if you're in a conference, just kind of think if there are people around you, just try and shake the hand, say what you need to say, walk out. If you're on an elevator, just simply respect their privacy. If that person's actually not interested in talking to you, please be respectful of that. As much as we want to do an elevator pitch, we always have to pay attention to what that person's body language is and if they're interested in talking to you in the first place.
So this comes to the next steps. What do I do? In other words, what are my experiences? So remember, time management is crucial in an elevator pitch. So what are the skills and experiences that you have that drive your career focus? And what skills do you have that you can gain and give to the person that you are talking to? And this is kind of to our next question. What do you really care about that are related to your career goals? Our next step is, how can you make a connection with someone that will help them understand what your career goals are and how they can align better with them? In our previous slide, we showed you an example of Jane Addams, who was really interested in aerospace. Just following on to that example, Jane can be saying, last summer she received an incredible opportunity to interview an intern at NASA, where she learned about optimizing a robotic to rover system ratio. Small details like that really drive home the point of what her experiences are and how she can contribute them to the company that she's presenting to.
The last step that we all want you to think about is, what do you want from this interaction? So sometimes when you're doing an elevator pitch, you really need to consider the different ways that you have to approach it. Sometimes you just want to introduce yourself. Sometimes you're looking for internship opportunities or maybe even a full-time offer. The best thing you can do is to think about, what do you want to get out of this? So sometimes it's requesting for advice or maybe asking that person if they'd like to become your mentor for the future. It also is a way to keep connected. Again, handing out a business card, asking for a business card, LinkedIn, phone number, anything that person will be able to provide you in a short period of time. And of course, as I said previously, whether they like to offer you an internship, a job, mentorship, or just a connection to just be able to give you options for other internships, other jobs, or to even other people. I was just going to say the final example was, as we were talking about with Jane, she was going to say something about how she saw how this company was performing very similar tasks to NASA, and she would like to find more opportunities because that's what she intends on doing, is furthering her development to go towards NASA.
And finally, putting it all together, we want to give you a few takeaways if you want to get something out of this presentation. Number one is be respectful when introducing yourself. Make sure this is the first impression you're making on someone, so make sure it comes across in a polite and considerate way. The next is be brief and concise. Like we really stressed, time management is key, so you want to make sure whatever you're saying can be done in the 20 to 30 seconds that you have. After that, practice, practice, practice. We can't stress this enough. The key to making a successful elevator pitch is knowing exactly what you're going to say, and to do that, you really need to practice. And then our last suggestion is always following up. Whether it be getting the name of the individual or their email, a phone number, find a way to contact the individual so you can constantly stay in touch.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and try it ourselves just to show you guys an example. We're actually doing this off the cuff, so hopefully you can see how it kind of works in real life. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Trija go ahead.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Nylan. So let's say that I'm a computer science major. So let's say that I'm really interested in IBM, which is a really big technology-focused company. So I can say, hi, my name is Trija Tangator. I'm a computer science major at the University of Virginia, and I have experience with technology such as Java, Python, TensorFlow, and a lot of artificial intelligence techniques. And at IBM, I'm really excited to use the knowledge I have with chatbots and natural language processing to use in projects that are driven to create natural language models in addition to large language models.
That's wonderful. So in my context, sometimes I like to reach out to other people to further my network. So the first thing I like to do is shake the hand of the person and just say, hey, my name is Nylan Taylor. I am a junior marketing major from the Virginia State University. I have done a lot of different leadership roles and I've worked with a lot of different teams. I think I do an excellent job of maintaining a strong work ethic alongside being a well worker with other people. I like to be respectful, I like to be courteous, and I love to follow back with people because I love expanding my network and I love to add you on top of that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we hope you enjoyed this presentation and got something out of it. And now you know how to make an elevator pitch. So go ahead and be great.
All right, try it yourself.